I've been testing out the Jolie filtered shower head for about 3 months now. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you, is this filtered shower head worth it? I'm going to let you guys know all the details about it. I'm going to talk about installation, the filter, what exactly this filtered shower head filters out, why you might want to think about getting a filtered shower head, and also just let you know who a filtered shower head is good for and if that might be you. This is just the empty box, and I do want to put a little disclaimer out there. This was kindly gifted to me by the brand. However, this video is not sponsored, meaning I am not being paid to make this video. I just figured I would do a video because I've been testing it out. However, I am not being paid to make this video, and the brand does not even know that I am making this video. But now that I've been using this filtered shower head for a while, I figured it'd be helpful if I shared my overall review of the filtered shower head and just let you guys know my overall thoughts and all the details about this shower head to hopefully help you figure out if this is something that you might want to get, in case this is something that you are interested in getting for yourself and you want to know if it is really worth it or not. So first off, I think it's important to note that across the US, our tap water and just water in general is full of chlorine and heavy metals and just contaminants that really just aren't good for our hair and our skin and honestly our overall well-being in general. So when it comes to drinking water and also the water that we shower in, we bathe in, water like this can make our skin and hair more dry and flaky and irritated. And when it comes to the water that we shower in, it can make our hair more prone to breakage. And we can use all of these skincare products and hair care products in order to try to improve our skin and our hair. However, if the source, aka our water, is an issue, then those products can really only go so far and really only do so much. So having clean water at the source is really important, whether it be the water that we drink or the water that we bathe in. I understand that some people think that filtered shower heads are not necessary, and if that's you, then this video might not be for you. But if having clean water is really important to you, then looking into filtered shower heads might be something that is especially interesting to you. I know that filtered shower heads might be a little bit of a controversial topic and not everybody thinks that it's necessary. However, it really just depends on the person and if clean water really matters to you. But I'll get into that more about my thoughts and everything. But I just wanted to kind of mention that at the beginning of this to mention why somebody might be interested in a filtered shower head. And that really is just if you want clean water. Here are just some quick examples of contaminants that can be found in our tap water and how they can negatively affect our hair and our skin. Haloacetic acids can cause skin irritation, can make your hair weak. Thallium can cause hair loss, and chloroform can cause skin irritation and redness. Chlorine can cause dry skin and damaged hair, and benzopyrene can cause skin thinning. It can cause acne, warts, redness, and even loss of color. And then here's something on the Jolie website that I thought was really cool that you can do. You can get a free water report. You can plug in your zip code. You can get an idea of what your tap water is like. You can see what chemicals are in your water. So that's just a cool little free thing that they have available on their website that you can look up if you want. Of course, the water in different areas are going to be different. More are going to be affected than others. It really just depends on where you are. But in general, there are a lot of contaminants in our water. So filtered shower heads really are not a new thing. There are filtered shower heads out there apart from the brand Jolie. And in general, filtered shower heads can be on the pricey side. Just like water filters are for drinking water, they can be on the pricey side, especially for the ones that are the good ones, the ones that are actually really filtering out the nasty things that you don't want in your water, such as heavy metals. However, there can be water filters that say that they filter out heavy metals, but they really don't. So, and just because a filter is expensive, it doesn't mean that it's a good one either. So that is something to note as well. But in general, the ones that are really going to do something do tend to be on the more pricey side. Now, the Jolie filtered shower head is definitely one of the most aesthetically pleasing filtered shower heads that I have seen. It definitely looks the nicest, it looks the prettiest, it looks the most modern, just compared to a lot of other filtered shower heads that I have seen. But of course, you know, the looks of it is not the most important part. That is a nice added bonus, but of course that is not the most important part. We want to know that the shower head is really actually doing something and that it's really actually making making a difference to our hair and our skin and just our health in general. So like I mentioned, I have been testing this shower head out for about 3 months now, so I'm gonna let you know everything that I have noticed about this. Before I get more into that, the reason that I specifically wanted to get a filtered shower head was originally because my functional practitioner recommended that I get a bath water filter, and then that made me think, oh, I should probably look into getting a shower filter as well. I don't want to go off on too much of a rant here, but I just want to give a little bit of a background information and let you know why something like this is especially intriguing to me and something that I personally really wanted to look into. If you've seen my other videos or you've seen some of my acne journey videos, a few years ago now I began on my acne journey, and I was really just trying to heal my skin and my body in general. And something that I have learned throughout that process of working with my functional practitioner is that my body was very much taking in heavy metals, and while that can come from a variety of different sources such as our cookware and our beauty products, that can also come from our water source, so the water that we're drinking and also even the water that we're using to shower in or bathe in. I've done hair mineral analysis tests in order to figure out what's going on inside of my body, and even in my most recent test that I got done a little bit over 3 months ago now, it showed that I did have heavy metals in my body. So this is why I did want to look into getting a filtered shower head, why I really wanted to test this out. So now, of course, let's get into everything that I have noticed about this filtered shower head. So first off, let's talk about the install. The install was very, very easy. It really did not take me long at all. I'm not necessarily a super handy person. However, it's very easy to set up yourself. They say that you can just, you know, put it on with your hands. However, something that was really nice is that they also do include this little mini wrench here, which was super helpful just to make sure that I really got it tightened well, because you do want to make sure that you tighten it really well. But this is definitely something that you can easily install yourself. It really doesn't take long, maybe a few minutes to just do. You just got to remove your old shower head and then replace it. And I just like to use the wrench in order to really tighten it to make sure it's very much on there and secured. And they also do include plumber's tape, so that's very important to apply the plumber's tape before you put on the Jolie shower head. Installation is very easy, so that is a plus. That's something that I noticed that I really liked about this. Very easy to install yourself quickly. Also, replacing the filter is super easy. The shower head itself actually can be screwed off, so you just screw off the shower head and then you pop in the new shower filter. And they do recommend that you replace the filter every 3 months. So I am going to go more into pricing as well in a little bit. So I will get into that and let you guys know about the pricing and what I think about that. Is it worth it? All of that stuff. So installation and replacing the filter, all very, very easy to do. Another thing that I noticed was that it actually did make my hair feel softer, and I think look a bit softer as well. And obviously this is just something that I have noted from my personal experience. I know I'm just a random person on the internet, so I know trusting that can be hard to do sometimes. I do actually have 2 showers in our house, and one doesn't have a shower filter and one does have the Jolie shower filter. And so I was kind of comparing it with that. And when I first started testing it out, I was kind of going back and forth between using the non-filtered one and then the Jolie filtered shower head. I don't know if it was in my head, maybe it was a placebo effect, but I noticed that whenever I used the Jolie shower head, my hair just felt softer after showering. And that was something that I didn't notice when I used the non-filtered shower head. It really just made me want to start using the Jolie shower head more. And the more that I used the Jolie shower head, I really did I felt like I was noticing that my hair was feeling softer. Now, as far as the skin, I don't really know if I could notice a whole lot of difference in my skin. However, my skin has been doing quite well. I haven't been dealing with a lot of breakouts. However, I'm not always washing my face with the filtered shower head. You know, I'm not always washing my face in the shower. So maybe I just didn't notice as much results in my skin because of that, because every time I was, you know, washing my face, sometimes I've been using tap water. So I feel like maybe that's why maybe I didn't notice as much of a difference in my skin, but just something to note. Another thing that I really like about the Jolie is that it really does look very nice. It looks like you gave your shower a nice upgrade. It looks modern, it looks sleek, and very aesthetically pleasing. Now, the one thing that I do wish that Jolie had is that I actually really hope that they come out with a detachable shower head and a handheld shower head. I think that would be really nice. I actually really wanted to install the Jolie in the shower that my husband uses, uses more, but he didn't want it just because it doesn't have that handheld feature. So if that's something that's important to you, they don't currently have a handheld version of the Jolie, so that kind of stinks if that's something that you like. However, if that doesn't bother you and you're fine with not having a handheld shower, then you'll probably still be interested in this. I honestly don't use the handheld feature all that often, so it wasn't a deal breaker to me. So I was totally fine using this, and I have been really enjoying using it as is. I don't always feel the need to have a handheld, but that is just something to note, is that they do not currently have it in a handheld. Maybe they will in the future. Jolie, you totally should do that. Also, the water pressure is really great with the Jolie. That is something that I immediately noticed, and I don't have weak water pressure in general anyway. However, when I installed the Jolie, the water pressure seemed like it was even better. The stream was just even stronger, so that was another benefit and pro about the Showerhead. Also, something that I noticed is that I also feel like my hair doesn't get as oily as quickly when I am consistently using the Jolie when I shower. I don't know, again, maybe it's a placebo effect, but I feel like I could go a little bit longer between washes for my hair when I'm using the Jolie. So that's another thing that I like about it. And then overall, the thing that really just feels good to me about this is that I am filtering out that chlorine and those heavy metals. Obviously, I have not been able to like send water from using the Jolie to a lab to really test that. I can really only tell you what I have noticed in like my hair feeling softer and things like that. But it does give me a peace of mind knowing that it is supposed to help with removing chlorine and heavy metals and just all that stuff. Something to note about the filter that they use. So they say that they designed their filtration to be the best in class. They use a proprietary blend of KDF-55 and calcium sulfite. They say that because of this, their filter far exceeds NSF-177 certifications. The NSF-177 certification is the only certification standard that is available for shower filtration, and this certifies that the system reduces free available chlorine, but Jolie says that their filters far exceed those claims. So it does much more than just reduce free available chlorine. It also has been tested via multiple third-party labs. They say that it does not clog nor reduce pressure, which I can very much agree with. This Showerhead does have great pressure, and it includes the most KDF-55 versus any other existing shower filter. I just want to quickly explain what KDF-55 filter means. KDF stands for kinetic degradation fluxion, and KDF filter medium is a high purity formulation of copper zinc alloy that reduces contaminants, including things like chlorine, bacteria, and also heavy metals. In simpler words, KDF-55 is designed specifically to help with removing and reducing chlorine and also water-soluble heavy metals. They say that it's easy to replace. Yes, it is very much easy to replace, and the shower filter arrives every 90 days, so every 3 months if you do their subscription service, which I'm going to talk about more. That is definitely the way that you get the best price. And to use it is less than 40 cents a day. Before I get into some of the cons, let me talk about some of the colors that this comes in. So this does come in a variety of colors. It comes in modern chrome, comes in brushed steel, comes in a jet black color, which is the color that I have. It also comes in brushed gold, and then lastly, it comes in a vibrant red color. All of them look like they kind of have a gleam to it, kind of give a shiny effect, besides the black one and the red one. Those ones kind of look like they have more of a matte finish, but they all look very nice. They all look very modern and sleek. So now let's talk about the potential con, and that is the price point. I totally get it. This is expensive up front, but like I mentioned, really any filtered showerhead is gonna be pretty pricey up front. Now they do have some ways to make this more affordable, and that is with their subscription. So you can subscribe and you do save some money there, and I'm gonna get more into details about the pricing. So if you are not to subscribe, the showerhead itself is $165. I get it, it's expensive up front. However, then you just have that long term. All you have to do is replace the filters over time. If you're somebody who just really cares about wanting clean water, it might be worth the investment to you. It would be for me. I know this was gifted to me. However, this is something that I would purchase myself, because to me, having clean water in my shower is important, and it is something that I personally feel like I want to invest in. So I am going to be, you know, needing to replace the water filters or the actual, you know, shower filters. And that is something that I'm going to purchase myself because I do want to continue using this longer term, and just having clean water is important to me for both drinking and for showering and bathing. So, however, if you do their subscription on your first time getting it, there is a benefit to subscribing to it also initially, and you can get a discount on the shower head itself and a filter. So if you do the subscription, it's $148 with the subscription, and that includes the shower head itself, and it also includes one Jolie shower filter. So you do save some money there doing it like that. Now let's talk about overall how much this would cost you in a year if you were to invest in this. So the price point, if you're getting a replacement filter, it lasts 3 months per replacement filter. So if you need 4 filters in a year, if you're doing it through the subscription, it is $33 for a replacement filter. If you're not doing it with a subscription, then it is $36 for a replacement filter. Again, each replacement filter lasts 3 months. So if you are doing the subscription version, which is going to be the best way to save money on it, so that would be $33 per filter. That means you need 4 filters in a year. That is $132 per year to make the filters last an entire year. To me, honestly, $132 for clean shower water for an entire year, I think that's not that bad. I know some people might think that's a lot, and I get it, it's an investment, but for a whole year of filtered shower water, I personally think that's not a bad price. Now, initially, if you are buying it for the first time where you need the actual shower head itself, it's going to be a bit more expensive at first because, you know, you got to pay for the shower head too. But after that, you're just paying for the filters. If you're getting the actual shower head for the first time with the subscription, it's $148 and you get that one filter. And then you would just need to buy 3 more filters throughout the year in order to get your full year of the filters. So on top of the $148, it would be an additional $99 for 3 extra filters that first year. So your first year, it would cost $247 because you're also getting the base of the actual shower head. But after that, all you have to do is get the filters. Yes, it is an expensive upfront cost. However, after you get the actual shower head itself, only having to replace the filters, I honestly don't think it's that bad as far as the price point goes for, you know, having you covered for the whole year. And with their subscription service, how they do it is they just send a new filter every 3 months. So that's nice too, is that it just automatically gets sent to you every 3 months. Also, something to note, which I thought was a good, kind of shows a good sign about the brand, is that they actually do let you try it out. You can try it out for 60 days, and if you don't like it, you can return it. You can try it out and return it within 60 days. Obviously, you gotta return it within that 60-day period, but that means that you can try it out for a bit over a month before returning it if it didn't work out for you. But to me, that's kind of a good sign when a brand is open to offering that. They're letting you actually use the product, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. And I think that's really cool, and that kind of shows that they do believe in their product. So that was something that stood out to me. So who is this good for? Again, this is really just going to be good for anybody who wants clean water for their shower. And if that isn't important to you, then maybe this isn't something that you think is worth investing in. But if you're not wanting to shower in hard water, water that has chlorine and heavy metals, this is going to help to, you know, filter out the chlorine and the heavy metals. Maybe you're somebody who deals with dandruff. I personally don't deal with dandruff, but I've heard that filtered shower heads, and I heard somebody who has tried the Jolie who tried it, and it actually helped to reduce the dandruff that they got. That was really cool that I noticed, and it helped make their scalp less itchy. So that's something to know it could help with. So for me, even if I didn't really notice a super big difference in my hair, or if I didn't notice really a difference in my skin, to me, I think a filtered shower head would still be worth it, just because I know that it is helping to filter out those heavy metals, and that is something that I personally know that my body needs help with. I need to do what I can to filter out heavy metals because my body has been affected by that. I do see myself purchasing more filters because it is about time that I need to get some more filters, since I have been using this now for about 3 months. This is really just going to be, I guess, a personal decision on if you think a filtered shower head is something that you want to do. Again, to me, using a filtered shower head like this is more than just it helping my skin and my hair, but it's really just for helping my overall well-being. Those are my opinions and my thoughts on it. If you guys do have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you guys did find this video helpful and this video made you think that you do want to pick up the shower head, it would mean so much to me if you would use the link in the description box below. It's an affiliate link, so it does help to support my channel. I do receive a small portion of the sale if you do use my link. No pressure at all to do so, but if you did find this video helpful and it's the reason that you are wanting to pick this up, your support would mean so much to me if you would go ahead and use my link. Again, no pressure, but it would mean so much because it really does help to support my channel so that I can continue creating free videos for you guys here on YouTube. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you want to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you for my next video.